Oi! Good and sexy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Am I a good Solana KOL?
Bro, this is like the best shit ever.
What's your background when it comes to community building, and why are you a good fit for Super Team Balkan at all?
I just started doing things out of my love for the game, I would say. Actually.
So it was quite natural, and that might be the reason also for the success of Super Team Balkan.
And now looking back, I was actually the first guy in the Balkans that was making content about Solana.
You just said something that is actually much more important than people might think.
I don't talk about this like publicly, but
Awesome. Marko, what do you think? What do you think about my underwear?
oi! Good and sexy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Am I a good Solana KOL?
Bro, this is like the best shit ever.
Awesome. Welcome to Sol Brothers.
Thank you.
And thank you for making the time to talk to us. Solana Marko on Twitter
Yes.
and Marko in real life. And Primordial, before you started to be Solana Marko.
Yeah.
What the heck? Like, what happened with your name transformation? I'm confused.
Okay, so I was doing music before crypto for like years, and actually Primordial was my artist name. So when I started playing games and doing music, I was like finding out my nickname, and I found out Primordial, and I put it like that, and basically it's still my music name, and when I do music, I still use Primordial.
Okay.
But obviously, I was thinking about branding, PR, and especially because the word is not so easy and common, people keep mispronouncing my name. So I was like, let's change this. In Web3 space, like I see that a lot of people are actually doing branding with their own name, and my name is Marko, obviously really hard to pronounce, and there is no Solana Marko, so I was like,
That's it?
that's it. And now when someone calls me Primo, I know that he's OG,
Yeah. I sometimes still do it because that's how I got to know you. But then you swapped it to make it easier to have a brand on Solana. And you managed to build quite a good brand on Solana for yourself, but also for Super Team Balkan. You guys grew to a almost 3,000 follower account on X. You have more than 1,000 Discord members by now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like Discord grew a lot as well. You are organizing events like very frequently. We're now at Startup Village Balkan, which also has, how many signups did you get for this one here?
Almost 300.
That's huge, right?
That's huge,
For
especially
Startup
for the
Village.
Balkans and for the first time.
Yes.
And for Split, it's really good.
So it seems like you kind of know what you're doing when it comes to community. Where does that come from? What's your background when it comes to community building, and why are you a good fit for Super Team Balkan at all?
So it all just came by going with the flow. So basically, 5 years ago when I started crypto, after a few months I discovered Solana. I got hooked, never looked back on EVM or Bitcoin or anything. I was just like fully focusing on Solana. Ended up earning substantial amount of money in first few months that changed my life. Helped me get out of some worse financial situations. So because of that feeling that I got from changing my life, from seeing my mom happy, and I was also really happy about it, I was just like, hey, why don't I spread this word to others?
Cool.
And I just started doing things out of my love for the game, I would say. I wanted to show that to other people. So I was just like doing educational videos. I was posting on TikTok every day, on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts, and I really got hooked with content creation, with talking about Solana, NFTs, and everything back then. And I actually released a video every day for like 100 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every single day I was just grinding, but it was coming to me naturally. I just like put on the camera. Everything was happening so fast. I always had something new to talk about. It was just like really cool.
Yeah.
And since I used to play games, I'm really good at Discord, and Discord is place to be in Web3, especially in NFTs. And even before, like when I started, Telegram was not so popular, or maybe didn't even exist. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, I was just like creating content and I just opened the Discord.
Yeah.
And I was like, so if you want to learn more, join our Discord because I know how important it is to meet people who are thinking like you, who want to do something like you. I got that out of music because in music, in that like area, it was Discord communities talking to each other, sharing samples, learning how to build music, doing collaboration. So I was like, why don't I use the same principle on Web3? And now looking back, I was actually the first guy in the Balkans that was making content about Solana. And I realized, okay, I can do this globally, but I want to focus locally. So I did it on Serbian. And obviously, all of the Balkans that understood me were following me. And they were just joining in the Discord. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just doing it because I like it. I wanted to share the message, to educate people, to onboard people, grow the pie, you know. And basically, I've been building the community for 5 years. And I built the biggest Balkan Solana community. A lot of great people who are now my friends joined that Discord. We got really nice traction. I started doing events. I started hosting MAAs. Back then, I didn't even know that Super Team exists or what they are doing. I was just doing it like going with the flow, you know, like inviting good founders to talk. Then I met Josip and Mattia and who are now my co-founders. And something really great about that is, for example, I remember the moment when Josip came to be our guest. He was just starting the reader. He had like 10, 20 followers on X.
Wow.
And he said, oh my God, I'm talking on Croatian about this. It's crazy.
He never did that before. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
Solana people here.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like we got him to first 50 or 100 followers. He loved that.
Yeah.
And also what's really interesting about that, a lot of people who knew each other from the space didn't know that they are both from Balkans, and they were just joining my Discord and they were like, oh my God, you're from here, you're from here. And I remember the comment, I still have them in that Discord. Oh my God, we are talking about this on Serbian or on Croatian. It's really great.
That's interesting, right? Like, it's an interesting phenomenon because some people don't get that, especially if you are in a region where English is your main language. You don't understand what it means to talk about topics that you're passionate about in your own language.
Yeah.
Because it was such a niche culture and a niche community that you felt like you were alone in this region. And you kind of brought people together.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Super Team was a very natural fit for you. You kind of did the same already before Super Team even was in your life, right?
Exactly.
So it was quite natural, and that might be the reason also for the success of Super Team Balkan, because you didn't have to learn everything from new. You just kept doing what you were doing and improved things and got a bit of Solana support, right, to scale it up.
Yeah, man, that's how it started, definitely. And I remember when I was listening to Cash Danda speaking about building community in Breakpoint Amsterdam. I was listening to him speaking, and I just remember that I always like had a feeling, I know what you're talking about, man. I'm living that, you know. And I didn't learn that. Like I learned it by myself, but I never like went to read about building community or whatever. It was just like coming to me naturally, and people really saw me as a leader because my heart is in the right place and they trusted me. So it was just really like natural and easygoing, and I love that approach.
You just said something that is actually much more important than people might think, which is that your heart is at the right place. I don't know if it's very difficult for yourself to observe that because you only see the world through your eyes. You don't know how you actually are perceived by others, but you do have that charismatic aura around you that tells people like, hey, this guy is a good guy. Like he seems to have good intentions. He wants to help people. He kind of did something in his life that helped him, and now he's just trying to help others. So,
man.
But how did that Marko came to life? Because you are a very warm personality. It's really difficult to dislike you. There might be people that do that, right? There's haters gonna hate. But what in your life made you to that person? Like, how do you? Because not everyone is like that, right? Like, did you read a lot of books? Did you kind of work on yourself a lot? Do you do a lot of kind of self-development that people might not be aware of? Did you maybe go through some shit in your life as well that made you a stronger person now? Like, I'm just assuming things. Where's the truth here?
Everything, everything that you said is true. But
Give us
yeah,
the TLDR.
yeah, basically, I don't talk about this like publicly, but I'm okay to share. I had a really, really rough childhood. Like, was born in a really poor family. So that was the first thing that like really taught me about life. It was fucking hard. And being poor, my dad was alcoholic. It was really hard. So basically, while I was growing, I was thinking, I don't ever want anyone to feel this way. So when I was really young, I started like discovering tools that can help me. I was like spending time on internet, reading about psychology, philosophy, spirituality, all of those topics that still interest me, that actually were a tool for me to improve myself.
Yeah.
I'm a person that is constantly improving, working on myself, and that's not like a habit. It's something that I am. You know, I do read a lot of books. I still do that to this day, and I'm buying books every month. I'm reading like a lot. I'm listening to podcasts, but mostly what I would say that helped me was like trying to be true to myself, you know, like, okay, I'm in a bad situation. I try to take responsibility for that. I never blame others. I'm just trying to get all the power in my hands and then decide what to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'm living a life of taking responsibility for myself and for others, living the life of constant improvement. I went to psychotherapy, read a lot of books on psychology.
That's great.
I read about Stoicism, Buddhism, Taoism, everything that really interests me, because I see all of that as a tool.
Yep.
And some of the principles that Marcus Aurelius were talking about for 100 years ago, they're still true.
Yeah, so true. Yeah.
So I'm basing myself on the principles of like good human, you know.
Yep.
And I'm always trying to be a person that brings light to others, because I know how darkness feels like.
It's very beautiful. Honestly, I'm getting goosebumps when I listen to you. Obviously, I know a few things about your past, but not too much. Like you, as you said, you don't talk about it too much. And I just want people to understand we're on a Solana podcast right now. Like usually we talk about tech and we talk about prices and tokens, but this is humans, you know, like this is about humans. I'm so happy that this industry helped you to some extent. It was not the only reason why you are a better man today than you were before, potentially, why you have a better life than you had before. But it's, I think, a very big factor of it. Crypto is a big factor. Solana is probably a major factor that helped you to improve your life. And I think that is a very good example of the opportunities that are there, but they won't fall into your lap. This guy worked for it. Like you worked on yourself, and you had a decision in your life at some point where you could either go left in darkness and be like, shit, my life is shit. I have so much pain and suffering. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to go deep down in that rabbit hole. Or you turn right and you say, I'm going to use that and channel that energy into something positive. And I'm going to work on myself. And I'm going to help other people that they don't go through this. I'm going to help the next generation and everyone that's close to me to not experience this. Yeah. And you turned right. You embraced that, which is like I'm really happy that you did that, actually, because now it's working, Marko.
Yeah.
Like you're actually giving a lot of good karma out in the world.
Yeah.
And you know what's the most beautiful part about this? You in your life, chances are very low that you will go through severe suffering anymore, because you now have so many people around you that you built a very good karma account with. They will be there for you. You know what I mean? Like if you're in trouble, you call me and I'm going to help you, right? Like because you are giving good energy out. So let that be a lesson for you. And it doesn't matter if you're building on Solana. It doesn't matter if you're in crypto. Whatever industry you're in, those are first principles for living life.
Definitely, my man. And I think that everyone should base themselves on like never-ending principles that are not changing.
Yeah.
So we need to look deeper and see what works and like do that.
Then let's wrap up with that question. Where do people start? Like, because you mentioned a few names, you mentioned a few schools of thought or philosophy. Is there anything that helped you early on, like any person that comes to mind or any philosophy that comes to mind where you would say, where you would tell people that are maybe in a difficult spot right now, look there, like start there. What comes to mind?
Uh, Definitely taking responsibility and stop the blame game. If you are blaming others, you are giving power to them. And if you're taking responsibility, you're taking that power back. So basically, everything is in our hands and everything is a choice.
Yep.
So the more you keep staying in that loop of blaming others, of feeling yourself as a victim of consequences, the more you're prolonging your way up. So the faster you start accepting, the faster you will change. And no change cannot start with acceptance. And what I see often is people tend to victimize themselves and do a lot of drama. I used to do that, and sometimes still I do. Obviously, it's a path. But basically, people should stop victimizing themselves and stop dramatizing and just like try to be in peace and like accept. I know it's hard, but
Sounds
obviously,
simple, but it's not easy.
of course, it's like the hardest thing you can do. But accepting where you are now will take you to a better place, and not resisting, not fighting where you are now. So basically, start by trying to take as much responsibility as you can for your life, for your dreams, for everything. Second thing that I would say is always keep a positive mindset. There is a quote that I love: if it's not good, then it's not the end. So basically, keep going through stuff, keep believing in yourself. It also sounds really cliche and simple, but like you need to have that positive mindset and you need to trust that you deserve better things. And your vibe attracts your tribe, and it's like working for me. So basically, uh, start learning about things that are important, about emotions, about thoughts.
First principles.
First
Like,
principles,
very basic.
always very basic. Like
Yeah, yeah.
be conscious of what you're thinking, of what you're wishing to others, of what you're wishing to yourself. Because everything, I truly trust that everything is energy and it just like goes back. So everything that you put out to the world, it will go back to you. So to wrap it up, basically take responsibility, think positive, and educate yourself. Always educate yourself on business, on emotions, on
Yep.
psychology, on mindset. Like
Yep.
always go out there, seek knowledge, and
I
never
love it.
stop seeking knowledge.
I love that. That's actually very beautiful. Now, to wrap it up, you said you made a lot of content back in the day about opportunities in crypto. If you would pick up the cam again now and you would make a video every day, what would you talk about? Where do you think are the opportunities right now in crypto? What would your content focus around? Would it be still NFTs or
No.
would it be something else?
So as I guess everyone who is listening to Soul Brothers know, NFTs are unfortunately dead, most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah. What I would talk about now is basically something similar to what Josip is doing. Like what grants you can apply for, where you can learn, where you can find the academies. Solana is doing a lot of education. We are also doing a lot of education. My goal right now would be to show people that there is countless opportunities. Like go to this conference, meet this, go read this, go learn this, apply for this grant, go to this event. I would be constantly, and I have a plan to do that again, by the way, but yeah, but I would be constantly showing people that they are not alone and that they can seek help and where to seek it. Because right now, like most of the people I know would love to sit with you and talk with you like for 15, 20 minutes, give you some like ways where you can go, what you can do. So definitely, as I was doing back then, I would still be doing and I will doing education. So show people opportunities, especially now with super teams. Wherever you are in the world, there is high likely chance that you are close to some super team. Join the community, apply for grant, watch their content, learn. There is obviously when I started, weren't like content creators about Solana. Now you have Seb Montgomery, I don't know, a lot of guys. Basically, I would be just acting as a door for people. They have to enter, obviously,
Yeah.
and if they do, opportunities are waiting them.
Awesome. Solana Marko, the door to the Solana ecosystem, and it's up to you if you want to walk through it. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
as
time.
well.
I
It's a
love you, brother.
pleasure, man.